Hello everyone and welcome back to the mess that is my current everyday makeup drawer. It's been a while since I filmed the last Shop My Stash. I said that it was going to be every other week, but I have not been feeling well. I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup, so I just let it drag on. I also had a 5-day hospital stay at the Rheumatic Hospital in Lillehammer. It took a lot out of me and I've been assessing my life situation, so to speak, planning on filming a video on that whole stay and how I'm currently feeling about my life in the future whenever I feel up for it. But I've used everything in this drawer more than once and I am ready to change this out. These are the Colourpop No Filter concealers. I have the shade Fair 00, which is white, and Fair 02. They don't look too different right now. I have my ring light on, so they probably look a bit washed out. I have a very so-so feeling about these concealers. I did not like them when they first released them, I think last year, because the lightest shade at that point was too dark for me. This lightest shade is actually a highlight shade, which I've never found in a concealer before, and I found one of my issues with it is that I just apply too much. I don't need a lot of this underneath my eyes, and when I apply little, it actually looks really good. I have ordered the new Colourpop No Filter foundation as well as the powders, so I will probably test all of them together once that arrives, but for now I'm going to put these back. Then I have my Urban Decay Naked Skin Corrector in green. I haven't been using colour corrector a lot, to be quite honest with you. I have used this and I do like it a lot, but I think I'm going to put it away for a little while. I have some other colour correctors that I do want to crack open and try, and I am considering picking out different colours in this one, especially the pink one, to replace my Bobbi Brown, because I am considering starting the process of going cruelty free, and I like the Bobbi Brown corrector a lot and I like the formula of the Naked Skin correctors, so I think I'm just gonna do a little swap. Then we can talk about the Bobbi Brown corrector. Love this, it's absolutely phenomenal. I wish this was from a cruelty free brand. I have the shade Extra Light Bliss. This works wonderfully for me. I'm able to wear this on its own if I just want something to lightly correct the blueness that I have in the inner corner, as well as just brighten the whole eye area. Then I have the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Creme in Whiteout. I am gonna stop purchasing Kat Von D after she came out and said she's not vaccinating a child because vaccines are really important, and I don't want to support not vaccinating a kid, because you could kill someone with not vaccinating your child, literally. So I'm going to put this back. This does work really well. I mean, I am going to use it up. I have other Kat Von D products in my collection. I'm going to use them, and you're probably going to see them rotated in to my Shop My Stash videos every once in a while, because I do have them and I do want to use them up. At this stage though, I'm just not going to purchase anything new from them, so that's going back. Then I have my L'Oreal True Match foundation. This is a Project Pan product. Last check-in I was here. I haven't made a new check-in, but I'm about there, so I have barely anything left in this bottle. I'm struggling to get full pumps out of this. I'm going to be happy when this is gone because I don't love this anymore. I used to like the old formula of the True Match foundation a lot better, and L'Oreal is not cruelty free, so I'm not going to repurchase this. I wouldn't even if I wasn't going cruelty free, but since it is my Project Pan right now, I'm going to put it back and use it up. I then have two of the Makeup Mecca Perfecting Smooth Stick Foundations. I have the shade Neutral Fair and Porcelain. Neutral Fair is too dark on its own, Porcelain is too yellow but pale enough for me, and I found that mixing what I think the ratio would be 3:1 with the Porcelain in 3 and the Neutral Fair in 1 works pretty great. The formula I'm so about. Sometimes it looks phenomenal, sometimes it doesn't. This doesn't look great right when I apply it, but it wears amazingly and looks awesome throughout the day. So I feel very so about it, but I am going to keep it. I'm just going to put them back for a while because I have other foundations I want to go through. This is my only white mixer. It's from Isadora. It's the foundation Colour Blender in 00 Light. As I said, it's my only white mixer at the moment, so this is going to stay in the drawer, and I do like it a lot. This has been in here since my first one, and I don't like this as a primer. I just come to the conclusion that oils for primers does not work at all for my skin. I've tried it with different foundations that you've seen here, because I've picked other foundations out of my drawer and tried, and this just doesn't work as a primer on my skin. But I paid for it. I'm unable to return it because in Norway you're not allowed to return opened makeup, which is a bit sad. I'm gonna move this into my skincare drawer and get use out of it that way, because as a primer this would not get any use at all. I have the Becca First Light and the Backlight Priming Filter. My favourite out of these two is the Backlight, which is the beige gold packaging thing here. The First Light Priming Filter for me is just too drying. It catches dry spots that I didn't even know I had, and it doesn't look great on my skin. The Backlight I'm able to work. It does a very similar thing where it does sit funny in dry spots and stuff, but a lot less than the First Light Priming Filter. But for now I'm going to put these back. Then I have my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I don't love this. I find that this accentuates every little peach fuzz hair on my face. I haven't really noticed that much when it comes to how this makes my makeup last. I can't find a big difference between my e.l.f. setting spray and this, my NYX setting sprays and this, so I'm feeling very so-so about it. If I don't find a way this works phenomenally, it's not going to be repurchased because I can't tell the difference between this and the next one, and the next one is a lot more affordable. I have the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte Blotting Powder in Universal here. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I feel very so-so. It mattifies, which is great. I haven't really noticed anything spectacular on how it makes my makeup last. I'm not the kind of person who blots and touches up during the day. When I put my makeup on, I want it to last. It's okay. I would probably not repurchase though, because it is quite expensive, but I'm not opposed to it. So I do kind of like it. I don't really know. I feel very so-so about it. I would consider repurchasing it in the future if I find something that this works phenomenally with. NYC Colour Wheel Mosaic Face Powder in Pink Cheek Glow. It's just a pink blush. I don't know. I liked this a lot when I bought it. I still do like it, but I reach for other products over this. This is a Makeup Mecca Matte On The Go Baked Powder in Transparent. This is the weirdest powder I think I have in my collection, because this could be a highlighter on me. Not sure if this is going to show up very well, but it's very white on camera, you can tell. And it's very white when I swatch it. But like, if I work it into my skin, this could be a soft highlight on me. It does not keep me matte for very long, and it's not one that I would touch up with. I've tried touching up with it and it does work great for that, but as I said, I do not touch up my makeup. I just can't be bothered. So this is not one I would repurchase, but I don't hate it. It does also kind of give me a white cast. I haven't tried it with flash though, so I don't know if it flashes back, but based on how it looks just like that, I would assume it would probably flash back. Then I have my Kix Translucent Loose Powder. This is also a Project Pan product. I have made a tiny progress on this, which is not very noticeable at all, but it is currently a maternity time project, so I'm going to keep it here. I don't love it though. Then I have this Isadora Face Sculptor in Warm Peach. I've hit pan on the highlighter and the bronzer, and I love the blush a lot. I like this palette a lot. Isadora is also cruelty free, which I think is phenomenal. So this is definitely a product I would repurchase in the future. I'm gonna put it back for a while. The Hourglass palette I'm not gonna pick up. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, or Ambient Lighting Wardrobe. I don't know, I think that's the same thing, I'm just not sure. It has 3 ambient lighting powders in them. 2 of mine are shattered because I dropped this on the floor like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I've made decent progress on all 3. It's in my Project Pan, so I'm going to leave it in here, but I do like the powders a lot. I would consider repurchasing the powders, not the palette, because I can only use one of the colours as a highlighter, one of them as a bronzer, and the other one I have to mix to really get anything out of it. Then I have 2 Becca Light Chaser highlights. I have Pearl Flashes Gold, which is a light gold kind of colour. And then I have Rose Quartz Flashes Seashell, which is a pinky kind of colour. These are not as intense as the regular Becca highlighters, but I can just swatch. The pink one I feel like has the least amount. Like, you can see the shift pretty well when I swatch it. You can see the pink shift very well, but that does not translate as great onto my skin. This has a very hefty gold sheen, and I do like that quite a lot. So I don't hate these. They're not as blinding as the regular ones, and I actually kind of like that about them. But I do struggle getting this to show up with that much of an intense pink flash as it does when I swatch it. But I do think they're pretty. Then let's do some lip products. This is my MAC lipstick in Capricious. This was just rotated into my Project Pan, so this is going to stay in here. I quite like it. It's very similar to my natural lip colour, and had MAC stayed cruelty free and I not gone cruelty free, or both, this would have been one I would have potentially repurchased, but I don't really reach for lipsticks. I prefer liquid lipsticks if I'm wearing lipstick. So this is nice, it's just not one I wear a lot. Then I have the NYX Lip Lingerie. This is in the shade Beauty Mug. It's a beautiful, I'm not going to say deep brown, it's more of like a medium deep warm tone brown. Like the colour, I don't love the formula of this. It does dry my lips out slightly and looks a bit dry on my lips, but I recently picked up the Colourpop Lippy Sticks Primer, and I do want to try this over the top of that primer. I bought that with this in mind and the Ultra Matte lips from Colourpop because they do have a tendency to look a bit dry on my lips because I have very dry lips. But I like the colour, I'm just not 100% sold on the formula, unfortunately. This is a product I love. This is the e.l.f. Matte Lip Colour in the shade Tea Rose. It's like a cool toned mauvey shade. I also can't say the word mauve the same time twice in a row. So I like this, I like the formula a lot. This looks amazing on the lips. I am considering picking up more colours of this because this is one of the like lipstick type formulas, even though this is like a crayon, that I do really enjoy. Tanya Burr Lip Gloss in Pink Fondant. This is beautiful. I don't wear a lot of lip gloss, but this is beautiful. The formula is really nice. I find it a tad bit sticky because it is a bit thicker, but it does look amazing. One of my favourite nudes, you can't tell what it is or where it's from because it's all rubbed off, but this is the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in Aquarius. I love this a lot. I have basically every single thing in the shade Aquarius. I have the glossy lip, matte lip, satin lip, lippy sticks and lip liner. So I like this a lot. But I'm going to put it back for a while to give some other products a chance. Two NYX lipsticks. I have the Butter Lipstick in Sweet Tart. This is just a bright pink. I don't wear bright pinks a lot. I don't wear this a lot. It's nice. It's a really creamy formula, so it doesn't last the longest. But it looks like nice on the lips. And if you like creamy formulas and creamy looking lipsticks, you could potentially like these ones a lot. Then we have the matte lipsticks. I have this in the shade Natural. It's kind of similar to Tea Rose, but it's a lot less purpley. So I do like this one a lot. This actually stays on pretty decently for a lipstick because it is more of a satin matte finish. Last product here is a mini of the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is in the shade Miami. Beautiful, beautiful purple colour. I wore this, I think, the day after I got my hair coloured red again. I haven't actually shown that in beauty video, but if you've seen it on the vlogs, I'll pop it up. I wore this and I love it. I think this kind of purple tone works great with red orange hair, and I love the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. These are probably my favourite liquid lipstick formula, and I have almost every single shade. In here I have my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. I use this as a primer. I love this. You can see I've hit pretty decent pan on this. This is in my project pan, so it's going to stay. Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Cornelius, my favourite crease shade. One of my favourite matte eyeshadows ever. I've hit pan on this as well. I'm wearing this today. I love this. I actually have a backup of this. But this is one I'm trying to use up in my project pan because this is coming up on 2 years old. And I don't want this to dry out because I do love it so much. So I do want to try and use that up. I have two palettes here. I have the Charlotte Tilbury, the Dolce Vita Luxury palette. I love this. I absolutely adore the shadows in here. None of them are like a true matte colour. They're mostly satin. And I'm having a bit of trouble with this one, the glitter colour, because it looks like it has almost sealed over. But when you swatch it, it's just so pretty. So I like this one a lot, but I'm going to put it back because I want to try some other stuff. The other palette here is the Wet n Wild Trio in Walking on Eggshells. I absolutely love this. I do want to try and finish this up this year. I have made major dents in the two lighter shades, but I'm going to put this back for a bit whilst I select something else. We'll start with this because this is staying in the drawer. NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade in Blonde. I've made pretty decent progress on this, I feel, and it's in my project pan. I'm trying to use as much of it as possible before it dries out. I have 3 pencils. I have 2 from Makeup Mecca. They're waterproof, smooth eye pencils, one in a brown colour and one in a purple colour. I like these a lot, but they're going to go back for a while whilst I select something else. The other pencil in here is from number 7. It's the Stay Perfect Amazing Eyes pencil in a sort of goldeny, beige, bronzy kind of colour. I don't actually know the name of this, it doesn't say on it, but it's really pretty and shiny. But I'm going to put this back for a while because I have used this a lot and I do like it a lot. Brow Brow Fantasy in dark blonde. I'm trying to use this up. I don't love it. The colour is off for me right now. Same with the NYX brow pomade because I'm no longer blonde. But the brow pomade is okay. It's too light for my eyebrows actually, which is a bit odd. And it smells like cinnamon. I found that very odd because I got a whiff of it the other day. But it smells like cinnamon. The pencil is okay. I'm just trying to use it up because it's the wrong colour. Then I have this. I had another mascara in here as well. The CoverGirl Clump Crusher, I think. But that went bad. Slash was bad when I brought it in. I just needed a minute to realise that. So this is the only mascara in here. This is the NYX Worth the Hype in black. I don't like this. I don't. I have that problem right now. I have about 10 mascaras open, which is very excessive, I know. But none of them work on my lashes at the moment, and that's very annoying. It has a giant brush. I don't like that to start with because this is just very messy for me to apply. I get it absolutely everywhere. It looks amazing on the lower lashes, and I think this would have been amazing had it held a curl, because this does not hold a curl at all, and I need my mascaras to hold a curl because I need to curl my lashes or else it doesn't look like I have lashes. So this is just a miss in terms of purchases, but it was nice trying it. This is going to go back when I sift through my pile of mascaras and probably end up opening about 2 new ones to find one that might potentially work, or else I'm gonna have to actually purchase. But it sucks because my favourite mascaras are the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes, and I just placed a Sephora order and forgot to include that. Kicking myself for that now because I don't want to place a Sephora order just for a mascara, that's a bit excessive. The Max Factor 2000 calorie waterproof volume, but Max Factor is not cruelty free. Or the CoverGirl Supersize. I like that one a lot. And Max Factor had, because Max Factor and CoverGirl I believe are like sister brands, they're very similar. So we don't have CoverGirl in Norway or in Europe I believe. But neither Max Factor nor CoverGirl are cruelty free. So I am at loss for what mascaras to use. So if you have a good, ideally waterproof, because waterproof seems to be the thing that has to be for it to hold a curl on my lashes, then phenomenal. Leave it down below. I desperately need one. Drugstore, even better. My drawer looks kind of empty, so I guess it's time to shop my stash. I have all the products next to me. I'm not gonna pick an order to it because that would be way too much work for me. I'm literally just gonna pick products, tell you why I chose them, if there is a reason why. I think we should just get started because I actually picked a lot. I just remembered I forgot to pick lip products, but we'll get to that when we get there. So I picked the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Colour Correcting Full Coverage Correct Cream in the shade Fair. This is too dark for me when I'm at my palest, and I don't tan all that much in the summer either, so I do want to give this a try. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this product yet, which is also one of the reasons why I picked it, so I do want to just give it more of a try. I have 2 eyeliners here from Makeup Mecca. It's their waterproof smooth eyeliner pen. It's a pencil liner. Makeup Mecca is a Norwegian brand, and I'm really sorry that it's not going to be accessible for everyone. But it's a brand that I'm very interested in. I have pretty much, well, I have almost everything off their website because I'm planning on filming a video on that, which again, I'm sorry it's not going to be useful to everyone, but I do want to test some of the products. There's going to be quite a lot of Makeup Mecca products in this part because I did recently get some new stuff because they launched some new stuff and I do want to try that out. The 2 colour correctors I talked about is from Maybelline. It's the Master Camo colour correcting pens in the green and the pink one. These haven't been opened, so I do want to give them a try. I know Maybelline is not cruelty free, but I'm not going to just toss it because they're not cruelty free. I'm going to use it up and get my money's worth because I paid for this, so I don't want to just throw away money. The primer I have chosen is one I have not used before. It's the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. It's just a mini one and I'm excited to try that. Another one here is from NYX. It's the Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. I haven't tried this either, or I have like once. So I'm not really sure how I feel about these. Let's do these together. NYX setting sprays. I have the dewy and the matte finish. I like these. I tend to combine them. I will use the matte finish one after I've put powder over my foundation just to lock that in, and I just finish off with the dewy finish one, and it looks really good on my skin. Smashbox Primer Water. I do like this one a lot. Not sure how well of a primer it actually is. I just like the smell, I like the feel of it. I'm going to test it as both a primer and a setting spray to see if it does anything in any of those two places, but I do like it. I have two kind of weird products for me. I got this, I won a competition from the Wonder 2 Instagram a couple of months ago, like in March or something, and these are glitter jellies, and I have the shades Citrine and Amethyst. I've swatched these and they have a really funny texture, but they're essentially just glitters, not the, or like sequins and stuff, really chunky glitter. Not 100% sure how I'm actually going to use these, but I have them and I do want to try them out. I don't even know, I'm going to pop them in here. I have picked my mascaras and I'm going to hope that at least one of these is going to work out. NYX Lovely Lashes, I've had this for a while. I got this in a advent calendar a couple of years ago. I've actually never opened it. Ooh, looks nice. It's going to be exciting. I have a mini of the Wet n Wild Max Volume Plus mascara, I think it is. I think the shade is black. Picked out this not too long ago. Ooh, that has an interesting wand. That kind of reminds me of the La Manga, and I'm not sure how you pronounce that, L'Oreal mascara that I really used to enjoy. It has a very similar one, only this is a bit flatter only. I'm not really 100% sure. It'll be interesting to try. I know full size and sample sizes aren't always the same. They can be a bit different, but I have a sample size so I'm going to try it. And then I have a sparkly version, non-waterproof version of the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Same wand as the waterproof version. Not sure if I've tried this or not. I kind of think I have, and it didn't end up working as great as the Splashes mascara. But I'm still going to give it a go because I don't actually remember. Cream eyeshadow I have here is from Colourpop. It's one of their Supernova shadows in Dragon. It's just a really pretty shimmery bronzy colour. Some more brow products here. I have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Auburn. If I'm ever going out somewhere and want my brows to match my hair, it's nice to have that. And this is Wet n Wild's Mega Clear Brow and Lash Mascara, just to go with it, because I don't have any other brow gels in here that are clear or in the sort of auburn type colour. I have a concealer here. This is from Rimmel. It's the Lasting Finish 25-hour breathable version. From memory, I tried this in March, I think, and I didn't like it, but I do want to give them another shot, see if maybe my skin now will like it better when I am not necessarily more tanned, but not as dry. One of the powders I picked out is from Rimmel. It's the Stay Matte. It's probably my favourite mattifying powder, and I'm sad that Rimmel is not cruelty free. Crossing my fingers and hoping for the future they might actually go cruelty free. And I've read on their website that they're actually working with the government in China to try and end and find alternatives to animal testing, because I believe in China, if you are not a Chinese brand, you are required by law to allow the government to test your product on an animal to be able to sell it, which I kind of think is stupid. This is a liquid bronzer from Makeup Mecca. I was not planning on picking this up when it first launched, because me and liquid bronzers, liquid blushes, liquid highlights, it doesn't work well with my skin because I always powder, but I decided why not. I actually ended up buying a bundle with a lot of other products as well, and I actually kind of like it. I've tried it once on my face and I've swatched it a couple of times, and I'm not sure how you're going to be able to tell. It's separated now, but it's like water. It's literally, you shake it up and it's like water. And the colour is actually a really pretty kind of colour. It's not really orangey, it's more, I'm going to say yellow in undertone than orange, so it actually works really great with my skin. Obviously this is not going to be a bronzer on everyone else. If I put a drop of this on the back of my hand and rub it in, it looks like I'm really tan. And I would assume that the colour I'm there is somewhere in the medium range. Not very inclusive. I'm hoping Makeup Mecca is going to expand their shade range in existing products. I know they did in foundations from 3 shades to 8 or 7. Which is a start, but I'm hoping they're going to expand the shade range even further because they don't cater to darker skin tones. But progress is progress. I'm going to hope for this, and I'm going to tell them that I want them to expand their shade range, but I do want to test this more because first impressions, I actually liked it. Face palette here is from e.l.f. This is their illuminating palette. I haven't used this in a while, so I just wanted to try it out. I've heard that these are similar to the Hourglass ambient lighting powders, which is one of the reasons I picked this up, because I want to see if they are similar. Another Makeup Mecca product is the Ice Cream Bar palette. These are powder shadows. There is 8 matte, 1 shimmery, and these are absolutely amazing. They're super pigmented. I'm gonna put the vlog where I tested these out for the first time up in the corner. You end up seeing the finished result of me putting all of these shadows on my eyes. I ended up doing one eye with this, yeah, that part, and the other eye with the yellow, and that row and that one, and I loved it. Really pigmented, really pretty, and this looks beige. It looks straight up beige, like a light beige kind of colour. It has a slightly cool undertone to it and is the perfect contour shade for fair skin tones. Like this, if they could just bring out a large pan with this, it's in the shade Cookie Dough, that would be my perfect contour. This exact formula in a larger pan would be my perfect contour. I've tried it, I love it, it's absolutely phenomenal, and I will most likely send them an email about that because I want that to happen, because I have, let me actually get them for you so you can see how their other bronzers are. So I have these are their baked, Final Touch Baked Bronzer in Wavy and Glow. You can probably tell there's a massive shade difference between these one. This is very warm toned, this is more cool toned but very dark again. Just look, it's a big difference. I have a palette, a contour palette, and I'm actually going to bring up as well to show you, because why not give you all of the references at once. That's the Cookie Dough shade. Maybe a tad bit washed out because of the ring light. This is the contour palette. You can tell the 3 contour shades, no one is even close. So yeah, Makeup Mecca, please, for every fair skinned person in the world, make that a full size contour. It's amazing. Another powder here, this is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder in Cool. I've hit pan and some hard pan on this. I don't love this, but I'm going to try setting my under eyes only with this to see if that's the way it can work. I have the same problem with this that I do with the Urban Decay setting spray. I just feel like this emphasises my peach fuzz hair and everything. This is a product I am bringing into my project pan. This is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Powder Foundation in 005 Light Beige. This is probably not a light beige colour, if I'm being honest. It looks like that on camera, but it's very warm, very bordering orange on my skin. On the hand it looks fine, but this makes me look a bit orange. It's too dark on my skin, but it is summer. It's July. I'm not going to get much tanner than I currently am. This is still too dark for me, but I do want to use this up. It's in my project pan at the moment, so I'm just going to pop it in. Another Makeup Mecca product here. This is a gel liner. I'm not a big gel liner person. Pretty gel liner. It's very black. I don't wear a lot of liner, but again, for the video I do want to test everything out. Let's do the rest of my pencil liners. These are all Colourpop Creme Gel Liners. I have the shade Prance, which is the blue, Teaspoon, which is the green, and Punch, which is this yellow colour. It's summer. I'm not opposed to wearing bright colours on the waterline or all over the eyelid if I decide to use them that way. These will go in here, and I think these are also going to work pretty well with the Ice Cream Bar palette. 2 concealers, again, that I want to put in here. The Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. This is one I want to test for a waterproof makeup for Florida. It's in the shade Light. It fits me kind of well. It's a thicker, I was about to say coverage, but it's a thicker consistency in terms of concealers, and that works really great underneath my eyes and on my face. So I'm gonna put that in there. And then I have the Collection Lasting Perfection. This is in the shade Fair, which is number 1. I've used this a couple of times and I actually so far like it, but I don't think Collection is cruelty free. You can also, I believe, only get this in the UK and possibly Ireland, I'm not 100% sure, but it's nice. I know I mentioned shade selection with Makeup Mecca. I'm also going to mention it about Cosmetics. Their shade range is not phenomenal. As I said, the CC cream in the lightest shade is too dark for me, even probably now, and they have, I think, 8 shades available. I read somewhere that they are potentially expanding to 46 or 48, and I hope that's true. But they also recently came out with an oil-free version of that CC cream in 12 shades, which is very disappointing. It's like they learnt nothing from the scandal that came after Tarte released Shape Tape in like 12 shades or 20 or whatever it was. Be inclusive, brands, please, for everyone. Makeup Mecca again. This is the Iconic highlighter. I love this. This looks like it would be too dark on my skin tone, and it almost is, but this is phenomenal. It looks gold, but then you put it on, you sheer it out, and it has a pink shift, and I did not know that the first time I put it on, and I fell in love. This looks absolutely amazing on the cheekbones. It does not emphasize texture. It looks super smooth. I have the Flower Beauty Transforming Touch Powder to Creme Blush in a Coral. It's a very pretty colour. It is literally a loose powder. The second you try to work it into your skin, it turns into a cream. I do like this from memory, but it's been a while since I've used it, so I do want to give it a go. I actually just picked this out whilst cleaning the memory card because both of the primers I'm not sure if I like, and I want to have one that I know I like just in case. This is the Wet n Wild Coverall primer, and it's my favourite one, so let's just sneak that in there. Let's see, for bronzer I picked out my number 7 bronzer. This is in the shade Maple. This was like a gift card that you got in their advent calendar last year for a free bronzer. I've heard good things about this. This was the only shade left at my store when I went to pick it up, but it looks like it's a shade that can match me very well. It's not too warm toned, which is good. It looks a bit warm toned because the compact itself is very orange. I'm excited for this. It sucks that number 7 isn't cruelty free because it's one of my favourite skincare brands, and as of right now I'm starting cruelty free only with makeup, and I'm going to slowly work skincare and perfume and hair care and body care and stuff into that as well. But my skin is very sensitive, and on my face I've found 3 moisturizers that work with my skin. One's from Mary Kay, one's from Nivea, and the rest is number 7. So I need to slowly try to work something else into my skincare routine to find something that will work for me, because I don't want my skin freaking out. This is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlighter Duo in Enlightening Dust and Fire Crystal. They look absolutely stunning. I'm very excited. This looks to have some like glittery particles in it. I don't mind, so to speak. I'm not fully opposed to glitter infused highlighters if they have a bit of glitter to them, as long as they don't emphasize texture. Very excited for this because I have tried the Metal Moon one and I like that one a lot, so I'm hoping that I'm going to like that one as well. My lip liners, I picked the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Lip Liner in Pillow Talk. I have the MAC Lip Pencil in Cherry as a red. The Pillow Talk is a nude. NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Amethyst is the purple. I have a clear one here from Makeup Mecca. It's the Universal Waterproof Gel Lip Liner. And an orangey red colour is from Maybelline. It's the Gigi Hadid Lip Liner that belonged in the Austin kit, I think. This is the Fenty Universal Gloss Bomb. I like this a lot. I'm going to pop that in there. As well as the Stunner Lip Paint in Uncensored. I have used this I think once, so I do want to give it some more love. Another red, along with the nude, the Smashbox. I think these are the Always On Liquid Lipsticks in Boss, essentially, and Stepping Out. I like these a lot. I picked up my Besame Snow White lipstick in Snow White Red. I haven't used this, but it's beautiful. Let's just get all of these 4 out of the way. I picked up a Makeup Mecca lip gloss. This is the Aquashine lip gloss in Peaceful. It's just essentially a clear gloss with a lot of gold shimmer to it. I have the Colourpop Lippie Sticks primer that I'm going to put in here, which is essentially like a clear lip liner. It's a Dora Twist Up Matte Lips Satin Soft Feel in Naked. I haven't used this in a while, so I want to get use out of that one. This is one of my favourite products ever, but I don't think you can get these anymore. Revlon Colour Burst Lip Stain. It's all worn off. This is in the shade Smitten. It's just the most beautiful, like purpley pink, and it stains really pretty as well, so I do like this one. I picked out 2 of my Mini Bite Beauty lipsticks. I have the shade Honeycomb, which is just a nice nude on me, as well as the shade Rhubarb, which is a more mauvey colour. And I have some NYX products. I picked up the Intense Butter Gloss. This is in Berry Strudel. It's a purple one. I don't wear a lot of gloss, but I do want to try that one out. And then I have some Soft My Lip Creams. This is in the shade Soul. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Beautiful purple. I have the shade Abu Dhabi as a more browny nude. Brightish colours here. Morocco is the bright orange there. And this is in the shade Ibiza. Ibiza is probably not a colour that I thought I would ever wear because I'm not that big on corals. I love a good orange, so I've never used this on my lips before, so I'm excited to try, and I think they are perfect colours for summer. This is insanely full, but thank you so much for watching my Shop My Stash. If you want to see a video about any product in particular, do let me know and I will make sure to do that, hopefully eventually, once I start getting into filming more regularly again. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!